Gentlemen, if I may have your attention for a moment, please. The management of Initial Investments International would like to invite all of its employees to join management at Escapades tonight. There will be free drinks, free X, and if we're lucky, a little free entertainment. Your top salesman of the week, Mark, take a bow. We'll also be receiving the grand prize of an evening of pleasure with the lovely Miss Amber in the VIP room. That's right, that's right. Hopefully that's enough incentive for the rest of you slobs to start getting your numbers up next week. Let's go, boys.
Dad?
Hey, little girl.
Hey. Are you ready?
I'll be with you in a minute.
Give me another minute.
I'm still dressing.
Another minute more.
How was the traffic?
It wasn't too bad.
Give me another minute. Another minute.
Are you eating?
more.
Yeah. Just not too hungry this morning.
The mind is
Had too
willing,
much for supper last night, I think.
flesh won't be ignored. Give me another minute. Another minute more.
Here we go, comes
Hey.
up. I wish you hadn't come all the way in from the city, though. I could have driven myself.
Stop. Perfect chance for me to take my best guy out to lunch. Promise me we're going to go to lunch after you see the doctor.
Just like your mother was. Always worrying if I'd eaten. If I remember to take my medicine. I'm a grown man, you know. I can manage just fine.
I know, Dad. You haven't invested any money in these guys, have you?
No, not yet. George Torres, you remember George. He said he's making a lot of money with those folks. And he sent me this, and he said that this is going to make his retirement, and it can make my retirement.
It's not going to make your retirement, Dad. I mean, I see this kind of thing a lot at work. I don't. You don't need to invest in stuff like this, okay?
Well, those folks must be on the level. George wasn't banking for years. He wouldn't put money in something that wasn't solid. It's got risks, but you gotta take risks to make money.
You shouldn't worry about that. With your pension and savings, you'll be fine. You can put that extra money in a college fund for that grandchild I'm going to have someday. The grandchild that you're going to see grow up.
I hope you're right, Copper Top. Rainy days come too, and you gotta prepare for them.
Speaking of that, do you have an umbrella? It's supposed to rain. Okay. You ready?
Yeah. It'll be good for lunch afterwards, too. Where you wanna go?
Let's go somewhere and get some fish.
Okay. Oh, we will see fair and split a piece of lemon cake for dessert.
Salmon, too.
Yeah.
Yes. You sure you don't want me to go in with you?
No, honey, I got my book. You'd just be bored. Why don't you do some shopping or something?
I've got a couple calls I need to make. And I'll check in on you, okay?
Bye-bye.
Goddard.
Hey, Alan.
Hey, Michelle. How's your dad doing?
He's good. He just went in for his treatment. Listen, are you busy today? I've got something I need checked out.
No, what do you need?
My dad got this mailing I don't feel good about. It's from this company called Initial Investments International.
Uh-huh.
Now, their address is in the business district, but it looks a lot like that stuff that outfit Chicago used to peddle.
Yeah. Give me that address again. Got it. I'll tell you what. Let me check the system, see if any complaints turn up. If nothing turns up, I got a good contact down at the SEC, all right? Hey, your dad doesn't have any money in this, does he?
No, but my neighbor George Torres may have. It's like my uncle. Kind of looked out for me when I was a kid. I don't want to see him get burned.
Yeah, well, let me see what I can turn up on this, okay?
Yeah.
I'll give you a call back.
Thanks, Alan. I really appreciate it.
You got it. Bye.
You have one new message and 7 old messages.
Michelle, hey, it's Alan. You were right. We got a couple of complaints on the system about these guys. About $5,000 plus in losses both times. Now, it looks like they've only been open for business for about the last 7 months, and the lease is to a guy named Park Richardson. He's been sanctioned once before by the SEC, so I'm going to go by and take a look a little later. I've already jacketed a case on this one. Yeah, I'm sorry, Michelle. I wish I had some better news for you.
That's great. That's just great.
Hello, can I help you?
Hi, Mr. Torres. I'm Michelle Neath. I used to live down the street.
McCormick's, yes. Michelle, come in. It's so good to see you again. I didn't recognize you.
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm sure that you'd love to see April, but she's not home right now. She went skiing with our kids out in Denver, if you can believe that.
Wow.
She'll be so sorry that she missed you.
Me too. Actually, I'm here on business.
Okay, well, let's have a seat. Now, refresh my memory. What is it that you do again?
I'm a postal inspector.
That's right. Let me take your coat. He said you were tops in your class.
That's Dad.
Have a seat. Well, he's very proud of you. Where do you live now, Michelle?
I'm living in the city. I have a loft.
Oh, a warehouse. What's your dad think about that?
You know Daddy doesn't like that.
I know your dad, yeah.
He said you recommended this company to him a few days ago. And I just, I wanted to ask you a little bit about it.
I know what that is, Triple I. One of the best investments I've ever made. These guys are sharp, real go-getters.
How'd you find out about them?
Well, I have you folks to thank. I got a piece in the mail. They talked about investing in biotechnology companies. These real ground floor kind of stuff. So I called them up. My broker, a guy named Park Richardson, he got me set up in a small investment, and it's been growing ever since. Why do you ask?
Some of the returns on investment that they talk about seem really high.
Oh, well, they all do that. It's called advertising. Now, if you look at the fine print, it says that these returns are not typical. It's all here if you read carefully.
They're not registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission.
I asked that very same question myself. You see, this is a general partnership company, and the firms involved, well, they don't have to register with the SEC until they go public.
We check with some of the companies they claim to represent, and most of them have never heard of Initial Investments International. And we have some complaints in our system about them.
Oh. Well, you must be mistaken. I have my account summaries right here. I was just working with them.
Okay.
Now look at this. 2 months ago, I invested $5,000 in FiberCell. And it's currently valued at almost 3 times that. And when they go public, I'll get 3 shares for every 1 share that I already own. That's how this venture game works. It's not like your typical bank returns.
Mr. Torres, Park Richardson has been involved in a company like this before. He was sanctioned by the SEC for making illegal trades.
So, if what you say is true, he'd be in jail right now, wouldn't he?
No, sir. Often we pursue civil actions against these people. We stop their mailings, we shut them down, sometimes the SEC fines them. But this time I think it's a little more serious.
Michelle, I know you're concerned about your dad.
I'm concerned about you, and I'm concerned about April.
I appreciate that. But I have some background in this kind of thing.
I know you do. I know. I'm just looking out for you.
You're just trying to help me. I
am.
understand.
I see this a
understand.
lot at work. I think that you need to listen to what I'm trying to tell you.
But in this case, you're mistaken.
No.
There's another Park Richardson.
Maybe you're right. Why not play it safe? Call them and try to get your investment back. Sometimes they'll pay a few investors off just to keep the operation going. Tell them you think it's a scam. Threaten to call the police. Sometimes it works.
Young lady, I will do no such thing. These investments have been very profitable for April and I. The way the market is these days, you have to